Well, Monsieur Duval, what do you think?
Not bad, not bad. How much do you want for it, Paul?
5,000 francs. And it's cheap at that. One day this will be worth 50,000, 100,000 francs.
Why not a million?
Why not?
I'll give you 2,000 francs for it, Paul. That's what it's worth to me.
I'd sooner starve.
And your wife? She will starve with you, perhaps? I think perhaps she's a little more practical, yes? Business is business, Paul. Prices are based on supply and demand. And at the moment, there's no great demand for originals by Paul Breton. 2,000 francs.
All right. But this is the last time you get one for nothing.
Maybe you were joking when you said 1,000,000 francs. But one day that could be a very small price to pay for an authentic Paul Breton.
In 100 years from now, maybe.
No, Monsieur Duval. Much sooner. If something very sad were to happen, something like the sudden, untimely death of Paul Breton,
And this is a self-portrait by the celebrated Flemish artist, Peter Paul Rubens.
Pop, come on, let's go.
In contemplation of eternal beauty, one catches a glimpse of eternal truth.
I've had enough art. Besides, when are you going to get that car you promised me?
Not yet. Shall keep promise. Even though traffic in Brussels is dangerous enough without you, I would like to spend more time in this temple of beauty.
Temple of Beauty. Say, you're real hip today, Pop. Yeah, beauty is the word. There's no hurry at all.
Kindly excuse number one son. He can only appreciate beauty when on wheels or in polka dot dress.
That's a very nice age to be.
The very nicest.
Monica.
Paul. Darling, I wondered where you'd got to.
What good I've got to. Darling, we're rich. Tonight, I'm going to give you the best meal and the finest wine in the whole of Brussels.
1 minute, Paul. How much did he give you? 10,000?
First of all, I'll buy you flowers. Dozens and dozens of red roses.
5,000?
You're spoiling our celebration with a morbid curiosity about petty financial details.
But, Paul, we owe the landlord, we owe the butcher, the baker, and...
I know, and the candlestick maker. Oh, really, Monica.
But really, Paul, how much did he give you?
2,000 francs?
Look, darling, I'll tell you what we do. First, we'll give some to the baker, and then we'll pay the butcher, and he'll give us 2 little steaks. And then we can buy a bottle of red wine. It needn't cost too much, and we can take them home.
Most humbly beg pardon. Intrusion unforgivable, but could not help overhearing conversation. Would like to make bargain with you.
Why not? Today seems to be my day for bargain.
You are undoubtedly most familiar with museum. If you will be so kind as to be our guide, I will furnish sumptuous dinner.
Oh, yes, please do, Paul. It's something we'll all enjoy.
Well, your bargain is better than that of Duval, the art dealer. We are at your service.
Most grateful.
We will go to the Rembrandt room.
Oh, and then the Impressionists.
There are many fine pictures there.
Yes?
Why no? It's André Morat. I must see you.
Come up.
the money? If you haven't, you'll have far more trouble walking out of here than you had walking in, my friend. One does not sign worthless markers in my establishment. You win, I pay you. You lose, you pay me. Oh, too bad.
I will pay you 100, 200 times over.
How?
There is a painter named Paul Breton, unknown but with a great talent. No, really, a great talent. You may not trust me to pay my debts, Renault. But you trust my eye for painting, don't you?
I'll admit you've taught me a great deal. Go on.
This Baldini. You paid Duval 200,000 francs for it. A few months ago, you could have got it for a third.
Of course. But Baldini was still alive and unknown.
Exactly. Now, tomorrow, next week, you can buy up Paul Breton's work for a tiny fraction of what it will be worth after you arrange for a fatal accident to happen to him.
You're suggesting I buy this man's paintings, then create a fatal accident.
When the source of supply is cut off, the value of the paintings will rise. You will make a fortune, and I am off the hook.
I've underestimated you, Andre.
I think you have, Renault. I'm like you see. I think boldly. Duval, on the other hand, he's just a narrow-minded businessman. He has no imagination.
Listen, I'm also a realist, so I don't know how to pull someone else's chestnuts from the fire.
But, Randell...
Do your own dirty work, if you like. I don't want to know anything about it.
What kind of a fool do you think I am?
A dead one. And soon, too, if I don't get the money you owe me. Now get out.
Remarkable talent, Paul. I'm amazed Sam has not been recognized.
It has, but only by Monica.
Isn't that enough?
That's very kind of you, Barry. But it's not true. Duval, for one, must think that Paul has a future.
Then Mr. Duval is a man of great artistic sense, intelligence, and perception.
Let me make you some coffee. It's a poor return for such a lovely meal, but I make good coffee.
Monica, I would enjoy a cup of coffee made by expert.
Right away.
Paul, would it be possible for me to purchase those two paintings?
Take them. They're yours. A gift from me to you.
Oh, I'm very flattered, but cannot accept. You must put price on Sam, otherwise I would...
I wonder who that is.
Yes? Monsieur Breton?
Yes.
My name is Renault. Forgive the lateness of my call, but I came earlier and found you out.
Ah, we were dining with Monsieur Chan and his son, Barry.
One has heard of the famous Monsieur Chan, of course.
Aren't you the fellow who owns that gambling joint over in the Rue Perron?
I imagine you are referring to my private club for sportsmen. I have come to have a look at your paintings, if I may.
Yes, of course. May I ask how you found your way to me?
I saw one of your paintings at Duval's, but he didn't seem to be in the selling mood. How much for these two?
Oh, I'm sorry. These are the property of Monsieur Chan.
Then Monsieur Chan has excellent taste. I regret I did not see them first.
My wife, Monsieur Renault.
You would like some coffee, Monsieur Renner?
Thank you, no. Do you mind if I look at some more?
But of course.
Thank you. That is correct, I think you will find.
Thank you, monsieur. Very much.
What about that one?
I regret, monsieur. It is not for sale.
I like it. Name a figure.
No, I'm sorry.
I hope you will give me the opportunity to buy more of your work, as long as you continue to paint. Good night, monsieur.
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Arrival of good fortune is like return of long-delayed ship. One hardly dares think it is not a mirage.
Very good. But something's eating you. What is it, Pop?
My number one son's occasional flashes of perception surprises me. But it is true. Something about that man I do not trust.
Why do you say this?
Possibly because the way he bristled when he first saw me. Someone like cat reacts to dog, perhaps for same reason.
He's a most unusual type to be a patron of the arts.
A sheep herder is always suspicious of strange sheep because under sheepskin might be wolf.
Well, tomorrow night, you must dine with us.
Oh, yes, please do.
Okay with me, Pop. I'm beginning to dig this art.
Dig it?
Sometimes even I do not comprehend him.
Pop doesn't dig me either.
Your most kind invitation is like the lure of beautiful flower to a hungry bee. I'm not only willing, but powerless to refuse. And now, good night.
Good night.
So long.
Good night.
Let me generous man, Paul. Since you have acquired this mysterious patron of yours, I'll offer you 3,000 francs a picture.
No. Not a sou under 10,000.
Then we can't do business. I'm sorry, but I just can't do it. I like that. How much?
Not for sale. Monsieur, my patron wanted it too, but I had to refuse him.
Oh, pardon. Perhaps we are early.
No, Monsieur Duval is just going, Monsieur Chan.
How do you do, gentlemen? I am François Duval.
Oh, famous art dealer. I'm highly honored.
Hi.
You won't change your mind, Paul? 7,500?
No, 10,000. As you said yourself, business is business.
Paul, I would be most interested at 10,000 francs.
Pop, that's about 200 bucks.
Correct. May I see paintings?
Excuse me, I have not completed my business.
Humble apologies.
You drive a hard bargain, Paul. 5 paintings, 10,000 francs, 50,000. They will be picked up in the morning.
Please, allow me.
Thank you.
Thanks for your help, Monsieur Chan.
Nice going, Pop. What a salesman.
Just detective.
I don't suppose you'd be interested to sell me the Breton paintings you have acquired.
Humbly regret desire to keep same. Perhaps Paul Breton's paintings, like Boldini's, will also increase in value. But let us hope not for same reason. Most fortunate to have chance to renew very brief acquaintance, and also to request privilege of viewing paintings.
It's a pleasure. I do not believe in keeping works of art selfishly hidden.
Then I have permission.
Please.
Thank you.
Picasso.
The Blue Period. Very, very fine example. You have some excellent paintings, Mr. Renaud.
Thank you.
This one most interesting. But I fail to recognize artist.
That is the work of Pietro Boldini.
Artist who killed himself.
You know of him?
No, but have heard the value of his paintings has increased tremendously since his tragic death. You bought your Boldini before then?
Shortly after. But it's worth 10 times what I paid for it now.
Indeed.
Pop, this looked like one of Paul's.
Very delightful.
I believe that boy's work will increase in value, too. I'm buying up all I can.
The usual reason for increase in value of a painter's work is the sudden death of artists. Do you think Paul Patron is going to die?
Why, of course not. Whatever made you think that?
My humble apologies for hasty conclusion. I am hoping Paul Patron will paint for many, many years. Most grateful for a visit.
got it all figured out. Simple as falling off a log.
Or leaping to conclusion, hmm? What is your theory?
Well, someone is trying to knock off Paul and make a killing on his paintings.
Very clear. But who?
Well, I don't want to jump to any conclusions. Who do you suspect?
Honestly, I do not yet know.
Well, jump in.
Now you drive very carefully. Do not touch starter. Get out.
What?
Get out, quick, quick. Old-fashioned exterminator. If you had started car, we now would be paying premature visit to honorable ancestors.
Yeah, but who would do that?
Possibly someone trying to exterminate interfering detective or endeavoring to help poor Patron.
Monsieur Chan, come in.
Thank you, Monica. Where's Paul?
Oh, he's out. He felt better and went to get some more paints.
Oh.
Is something wrong? Paul. Paul. Paul, what's the matter?
Nothing. I just had rather a shock. I'm a bit shaky.
Paul, please explain what happened.
I was standing in the middle of a bus queue and I suddenly found myself almost under the wheels of the bus. The paints I was carrying did fall there. I only just jumped clear in time.
Did somebody push you?
You know, Monsieur Chan, it's extraordinary you should say that. But I think someone did.
Paul, I would like you to stay here indoors until you hear from me.
I have an appointment tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock at Duval's gallery. I do not intend to go out till then.
Good. You shall see me before then.
And to what do I owe the honor of your visit this time, old friend?
At this time, Inspector, just to ask information.
Uh-huh.
You recall death of Pietro Boldini?
Boldini, the young painter who committed suicide. I didn't handle the affair myself, but I remember it well enough.
How did he die?
He jumped off a bridge.
Any witnesses?
No.
He could perhaps have been pushed off bridge by someone.
Oh, no.
Just as poor Patron was almost pushed on the wheels of bus today.
Oh, Monsieur Chan.
I'm so sorry if I have awakened you, but would like to talk to Paul.
Oh, but he has gone out. He had this 11 o'clock appointment with Duval. And so, when the telephone call came from Randell, he...
Randell?
Yes. Is anything wrong?
Cannot explain now, but nothing serious. Would advise you go back to sleep.
You are sure Breton said he would come up?
Yes, right away.
You did not try anything on the telephone?
I said exactly what you wanted. I've underestimated you, Andre. Underestimated you all along.
And it was very foolish of you. You see, I don't like being bullied, Renaud.
What are you going to do?
I will shoot Paul Breton with your gun. Then I will shoot you with it. The police will, with their usual simple-mindedness, jump to the conclusion that you and Breton quarreled, struggled for the gun, and as for the motive, there it is. Breton found his stolen painting in your office.
Don't be a fool, Andre. What do you want? Is it money? I will give you...
A bullet in my back first chance you get. Yes?
Paul Breton, Monsieur Renaud.
Come up. Come, Monsieur Breton. In a moment, I will make you immortal.
What's all this about? I have an appointment with the monsieur.
I am about to arrange for you to join him.
Excuse unexpected visit, but in digging up tree, one must start with roots.
Andre, everything arranged?
It's no good waiting for Andre Duval. He isn't coming.
But he talked, Mr. Duval. Man's tongue loosens when justice apprehends him. What he said about you and Pietro Boldini was very revealing.
He lied. To save his own skin. I had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with what?
With Boldini's murder and Renault's. I'm innocent.
Then how did you know that both Boldini and Renault were murdered?
Master Duval, you are under arrest.
Gee, only a few minutes ago, he thought he was perfectly safe.
He was never safe. Truth will come to light. Murder cannot long be hid.
That's a great line. How'd you think of it?
I didn't. Shakespeare did.